So one of the featured courses within the curriculum is biases in decision making. And this course kind of brings to the fore all of the different mistakes or all of the different maybe simple ways in which people go wrong within their decisions. Can you talk about maybe some of the aspects that course helps to bring out?
Sure. It's important, I think, to approach it from an individual and an organizational perspective. There's lots of research that shows as individuals we make many mistakes in reasoning, especially when it comes to reasoning about uncertainty. It just seems to be something that we're really not that good at naturally. But from an organizational perspective, there's other biases like groupthink that become a real problem. If you're trying to be creative and think of new alternatives, and you fall into a trap like that, you're leaving a lot of value on the table if you don't consider a wide range of alternatives. So the biases course is talking about individual but also organizational challenges.
And so as people become aware of these biases, they can correct for that within their organizational structure, within the processes that they put into play. How do they try and implement that within the organization?
Yeah, you could change the decision-making structure, processes, the decision architecture, you might say, the types of tools you use. And then there's also various quantitative methods and maybe interview methods and techniques that we use to overcome different biases. Like overconfidence is a common bias.
Sure. I interviewed a group of folks the other day in a class, and in this large group I asked of them, tell me your driving ability on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm the worst driver in the room, 10 them being the best driver in the room. And I had 2 people that were average drivers, and everyone else was above average. Which I don't think mathematically is a possibility.
I don't think that's possible. That's the Lake Wobegon effect, right?
Wobegon approach to driving, but it applies to business as well.
Right. When you're thinking about strategy, let's say you're introducing a new product, you have to estimate the sales of that new product. The research is just overwhelming that people tend to really overestimate their knowledge. If you think about uncertainty, they don't provide a range that's really wide enough, and that can be really detrimental to picking the right strategy.
So by going through the course, by going through some of the exercises and the problems that you're presenting, it helps people to think differently about problems in the future and make better decisions.
I think being aware of the biases is the first step, right? Okay. Admitting you have a problem is the first step, and then we can go on to how can we correct that and do better.
So some really valuable information that will help you make better decisions, which is really the theme of this course and the curriculum at large. We look forward to seeing you there.